Yo, what's good, everybody? Face of Death, back with another tier list, back with the homie Alfred and Squid.
Oh,
What up?
Alright, this is get right into the tier list. Alright, the Wii U. Where do you want to put that?
I'd say solid B.
What do you think, Alfred?
shit. I say B too, yeah.
It's nothing special, but it's nowhere near as good as the Wii.
That's valid. Let's put that right there for now. Game Boy, S tier for sure. What do y'all think?
Obvious S tier, dude.
S.
If you didn't grow up
Yeah.
with a Game Boy, what the hell were you doing?
Nintendo, NES. What the fuck is it called? Super Nintendo? That's what it's called.
Yeah.
I never really played on this one that much.
Yeah, I didn't really
I
either.
would say a solid, maybe C.
No, I feel like it's B tier.
I played one game on it. I can't remember what Mario game I played it on, or I played with it, but it's like I enjoyed it. I say B.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. B tier as well.
Yeah, I really haven't had too much experience to give it anything super low or anything super high, so yeah.
Alright, the newest Xbox. I don't have the newest Xbox, but I mean, I've
I do.
always fucked with the Xboxes, so I feel like S tier.
It's like it's just a more powerful version of the Xbox One, but
It does
the
look
Xbox
cool.
One has that nostalgia factor for me.
Y'all want to put it A tier, S tier? Which y'all want to put it? Because it can
I'd
run
say
like.
A tier. I would say A tier.
What you think, Alfred?
Yeah, I wouldn't say S because like
I'd say
S is
high
just-
A. High A.
because the thing is like that like what Squiddy said. It's just a more powerful Xbox One. I feel like it's what
It's just
the
it's
Xbox
like the iPhone. It's nothing much has changed except it's just
Facts.
It's just more powerful.
That's valid. You want to do? What do you want to do for GameCube? I feel like it's another S tier machine.
It's such dude.
So-
Dude,
So many
the amount of
games.
memories
Such a
I
classic.
have on the GameCube. It's hard to put it anything lower than A, but it's got that nostalgia to it too.
It's got to
so,
be S tier, honestly.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
PS4. What you think, Alfred? Psh, A tier, B
Never
tier.
played on it, but I mean, obviously, it's doing better than the original Xbox. Xbox One. So
I would
That's-
put it above the Xbox X.
So S tier or A tier?
High A. It would be in front of the Xbox in my opinion.
nah. PS4.
Dude, that one's withstood the test of time, dude.
What's
I know
like you got
homies
this
still,
one now?
I know friends that still play the PS4.
I know, but
that they
their
bought
but their
on
shit
day
sounds
one.
like.
That's true. Oh, yeah.
I
that's
say-
true.
I say put the newest Xbox above the PS4, and then put the original Xbox One like way in the back of the line because the Xbox One
the
also had that same problem.
The Xbox One was very pretty big letdown.
So
compared to
Yeah.
Xbox One OG A tier.
I
It's
would,
such a
I would
classic.
also argue just I would argue top of the B.
I don't know. It's such a classic machine.
Like
though.
it's in the very bottom of A or top of B.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
think you gotta
it's
put
like,
an A.
okay,
Bottom
it's too
A,
bulky.
top B.
It also had that fucking fan
The
noise
big power
sound.
break. But I mean, it was
It
the
was-
first
it
of
was
its
just-
time, though. It's like the first
It
ever
was the
Xbox.
first.
The
It was
new
also
one.
like it was way too huge, and during the keynote when they announced it, they said it was going to be able to do so many things that it ended up not being able to do. So it didn't live up to what it was gonna be.
Kind of valid. All right. Yeah, we'll put an A tier. Actually, B or A tier. Which one y'all want to put it?
Let's
Super
put it-
high B.
So
yeah,
B
super
tier.
high B or very back of the A's.
All right.
Yeah, that's
PlayStation
a good
1.
spot for it.
PlayStation 1. What y'all think? I don't really
put
play
that
this.
I'd put the first PlayStation at A. I'd put it
That's
behind the
awesome.
PS4.
That's what I was thinking.
Yep.
I didn't play the PlayStation 1 too much, but I played it a little bit. PSP. I feel like it's the S tier.
Ooh,
It's such a classic.
PSP.
PSP was
Nah,
low-key
looking
ahead of
at-
its time.
Looking at the
Good.
other ones on the list, I would put it probably lower end on the S tier.
So S tier for sure.
Oh yeah.
Alfred,
Yeah,
did you ever
any of
play
the-
the PSP? What?
The PSP was ahead of its time, dude.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It was so fire.
There's nowhere but S tier, but the other ones that can be on S tier are probably just gonna be a little bit higher, except for one of them.
Like the PSP was so fucking fire, dude. So the little you pop the little back for it, you pull out the little game, put it in there. There were so many classic video games on the PSP. Such a fire console. Not even I don't even, is it a console? Yeah.
It's a handheld console, yeah.
Alright. Yeah, we're gonna put it S tier. It's on the list anyway. We're doing a console tier list, so. Alright. DS. I think it's another S tier, honestly.
Yeah, I would put it just I'd say behind the PSP.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like the PSP just had better games, you know.
That is valid.
Yeah, the PSP just had a wider catalog, and the DS kind of just had a bunch of Pokemon and a bunch of like obscure type games.
I mean, don't get me wrong though, the DS was so lit though.
Yeah, that Picto Chat, dude. I remember being on Picto Chat like in an airplane, talking to the other kids on an airplane through the Picto Chat and everything, dude. It's hard to beat the memories on that thing.
Remember going to GameStop and picking out those little freaking
The Nerf cases,
little cartridges for the games.
dude. That was peak when you were buying games for like a Game Boy or a DS.
Or even like an Xbox. It was really like all peak.
Yeah.
Alright, let's move on to the PS2.
PS2, I would personally
say
A or
top of
S.
S tier.
Yeah, let's do S tier.
yeah.
It's really the first mainstream console that I would put up at the S tier. I'd put it above the Game Boy.
Yeah. Wait, nah.
That PS2 changed my life, man. Like that ass. I was
Yeah,
like the first man console I ever
PS2,
played.
dude, playing the PS2, you just can't really. I don't think anything will beat the PS2 for me, if I'm being honest.
There was like Grand Theft Auto on the PS2. There's like, wasn't there Crazy Taxi on the PS2 as well? Or was that Xbox? I don't remember.
I don't fully remember.
I'm pretty sure there was Crazy Taxi on it. There's
Pretty
I
fucking.
just remember the PS2 being the first console my family like ever owned in our house, and it was like life changing. Like
PS2
Fredo
was
said.
sick.
I
It's the
would put the
classic
PS2
console.
above the Game Boy.
I have it both the Game Boy, but not the GameCube. GameCube tops that console for sure.
I don't know. I'd say
It
they're
has to.
with the memories
I'm-
on it.
I'm with Squiddy
I-
on that one.
Dang, you
I
really
would-
want to
I
put the
would put the-
GameCube? You really want to put the PS2 above the GameCube?
I
Like, it had-
really would. I really would. It had Lego
It-
Star Wars, dude. Think
It
about
had
it.
Midnight Club. It had
Ooh.
all these different games, the FIFA games, the
forgot about
NBA
Lego
games.
Star Wars, dude. That's all
Midnight
you need
Club's
to say
a
is it had Lego
classic.
Star Wars.
That game's
It
a
had,
classic.
it had the
When you think-
freaking
When you think of a
Holy-
classic console, most people think of the PS2. That is my opinion.
That's valid.
I
and
would
it had the
say
sales.
if you think about gaming as a kid, I think the PS2 is in the conversation 8 times out of 10.
It was like the first big console to really like get a lot of sales, you know, like throughout a whole bunch of different countries.
It was
So,
the
yeah.
I think the PS2 is the don't get me wrong, the PS1 was too, but they didn't really start becoming a thing until the PS2, I think.
Alright, let's move on to the 360. We all know where that
sure.
goes. We all know where that goes. Come on. That's
Yep.
That's just the classic. Everybody had an Xbox 360 at one point. They were playing Call of Duty, they were playing Halo, or they were playing Minecraft.
GTA 5, dude. That's what GTA 5 came out released on.
That's true.
GTA 5 online on the 360 just hits different, dude.
Oh my god, I missed that. Xbox 360 GTA 5 was so different. Well, so fire. Computer GTA 5 don't compare. I mean, it definitely looks better, but I don't know. It's the nostalgia of GTA on the Xbox 360.
Yeah, there's some things that nostalgia and just everything like that just blinds you to it, but it also has a reason that there's so much nostalgia behind it to so many people too.
What you think, Alfred?
I agree. Yeah, I mean, that's like what you said. Everybody had the 360 at one point. Like,
Oh god, literally, everybody at one point had a fucking 360, and they were playing one of those 4 games: GTA, Minecraft, Call of Duty, or
Dude, I remember when Halo Reach released
Halo
for the
as well.
360. Halo Reach, though. That was what and it was back before you had to have those stupid downloads for video games. Like, you just plug the disc in and it starts automatically.
Oh yeah, you pop it in. I remember that. That was a classic. Now you gotta
Dude, how are
download
you
the
telling me
stupid
that the
shit.
newer consoles can't do that?
I know, like the Xbox One
What
had
world
like
does that make sense?
they have the disc drive on the Xbox One, but for some reason you still had to download it.
Yeah, make sense. It's way
think it's
more
'cause
advanced. For the
I think 'cause
360
it-
to do that.
I think it's because it went to a cloud save afterwards, after the 360.
I think you might be right.
I don't know. Everything went more digital after the Xbox 360. All right, on to the PS3. What do y'all want to put that? I'll let y'all put this pick where this.
I
one goes.
I would put it behind the 360.
I feel like it's 8 here, honestly. What do you think, Alfred?
Oh, I say right behind the PS4.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
The only thing that kind of made it not as good is it was so
Excuse me?
expensive. It was so expensive, dude.
That's valid.
Like, when it first came out, it was like $600, I think.
One
Oh
of
my gosh.
the most expensive console there was at the time.
I really think it was still more expensive than the PS5 on the drop, and the PS5 is a significantly better console.
Not if you got it from like a third party. People were charging like $1,000 for that fucking console, dude. The PS5. Whew.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about retail.
It was a hot commodity. All right, let's go to the Wii. I think we put that S tier. There's no questions about.
Yeah.
Dude, Wii Sports, nothing. I don't know.
Nothing
Would
tops
it
Wii
be
Sports.
above the
Wii
Game
Sports
Boy?
Resorts.
Would it be above the Game Boy?
It'd be
I
above
would still say-
PlayStation. I think it's above PlayStation too. Honestly, I think it's above everything.
I don't know. I would still put the PS2 higher than it.
Yeah.
I
I
put it
say
above the
Wii.
GameCube though.
You say
Yeah.
B tier?
Nah. Yeah, I say definitely put it above PSP, GameCube.
But we also have to think. What did we play other than Wii Sports on the Wii?
Wii Sports Resort.
Mario
Well,
Party.
I'm saying. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh,
Mario
I forgot
Kart.
all the Marios.
Yeah,
Mario-
I forgot about Mario.
Super
for the Wii.
Mario
I was Like,
Bros.
are we really putting it this high just for Wii Sports?
We had Wii Fit too.
You definitely used that, bro.
No, not back then. I was skinny back then. So Wii S tier? What are we putting that?
Wii's definitely an S tier console, just
Yeah.
from the.
But like
I
behind
think-
or
I think it's the
above
only-
PS2? What are we thinking?
I think it's the only Nintendo like newish console that belongs in S tier.
Which new console belongs in S tier?
I'm saying like in the era of like 360 and up,
Oh,
I would put the Wii as the only Nintendo console that goes into S tier.
that's valid. All right, the OG Xbox. Where are we putting that?
Ooh. I remember going to my grandpa's house all the time because he had one of these.
Honestly, I feel like it's B tier.
I think
just-
so.
It just didn't compare to the PS2 at the time. Like they were just
Yeah.
getting clapped, dude.
I would agree. But do we
So-
put it? Is it B or A?
I feel like B.
B.
Yeah.
B.
I feel like B as
Okay.
well.
Because, I mean,
If we can change anything we already did, I would put the Wii U in C tier.
We can if you want. We'll do it justice at the end. That's what we always do.
Yeah.
All right,
that's
PS5.
like really the only thing.
PS5
I'd put that
haven't played
above
it.
the Xbox X. It's A tier, definitely A tier. High A tier, like scratching the line to be an S, but the launch on it was just not it, dude.
You have a PS5, Squid?
Yeah, I do.
You ever play the PS5, Alfred?
Oh
Nah.
shit, no. PS5, it has this new update where you could have it set up to the home screens of the pre-existing ones, so you could
Like
set
the
it to
old
the
consoles.
yeah, you can set it
I
up
heard
to where
about
it looks
that.
like the older consoles. That's kind of cool. You don't see Xbox doing that.
So we put
Xbox got Game Pass though.
Yeah,
That's
true.
true.
But
I think that's
PlayStation
the
do
only-
be giving free Call of Duties away. They be giving like BO3 away for free.
That's messed up.
I'd say a very generously. It's just the
Yeah.
launch on it. The way it launched makes me really hard to put it into S tier.
The Xbox One X. What do we put that? A tier as well.
The Series
The
the
S?
Series S is B tier.
What do you
Low
think,
B tier.
Alfred? I mean, it's a good console. It's 120 FPS for like $300. It's a pretty good deal. I feel like
Man.
it's A
It
tier.
only has 500 gigabytes though. You'll need
I
to spend
know.
another couple hundred on external hard
A
drive
couple
after
hundred.
after you install 3 games. You're gonna need an external hard drive.
Depends on what games you're playing. Like GTA and
Place
Call of
it
Duty, yeah.
like first place on B tier, just like the highest B tier.
Alright, bet. I don't
Yeah,
really think it
it's-
deserves last tier A.
No,
I mean, looking at the consoles that are A tier, they just are way better.
Come on,
And
we
I
have
would say the
Xbox.
series-
We have the OG Xbox in B tier. I feel like we got to put the new one in A tier at least. Come on.
Well,
No,
I mean,
no,
no.
It's hard to do that when it's the same exact console, but only takes digital.
But it's not as big. It's not as bulky. It's faster.
I have the Series
You got
S.
double
I
the
have the Series
FPS,
S, and
double the
I've played
frames, better
played
color
both.
quality. Like so much
I
better.
played
dude.
on both of the new Xboxes, and the Series X is significantly better. It's a better experience.
I know, but it's like half the price though, and you're literally getting almost the same stuff except for like 4K
Hey,
quality.
I got my
The
Xbox
sto-
One X for free because
The
they delivered it to the wrong
storage
house.
that it has, the storage that it has just doesn't make it worth it because you're gonna spend another $200 to get the storage for the games you want. To the point where
Right.
it's more worth it to buy the Series X at that point
Mhm.
because you're gonna
Yep.
spend the same amount of money and get that immediate terabyte.
It's valid.
Other than
Alright.
that, they're the same exact console except everything the Series X does, it does better.
Alright, that's true. That's true. All right, last but not least, the Nintendo Switch. Where do you want to put this one?
It has that portability feature, dude. So I don't think it's a great console, but it has that like,
I feel like it's C
What's the
tier.
word?
I feel like it's our only C
it's
tier
very
console.
convenient. It's very convenient, but compared to the new gen, like if you compare it to the PS5 and the Xbox X, it doesn't compete in the slightest.
But I mean, the price you pay for the freaking Nintendo Switch and the Joy-Cons, you can pretty much get a mid tier laptop for that price.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean.
So that's what I'm
Price,
saying.
all
I
you're-
feel like we put it
all
C
you're really
tier.
getting is the ability to play a video game on an airplane.
Pretty much. I feel like we put it C tier.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I know there's people who are diehard about the Switch, but personally, when you're comparing it to all these classics and the new gen powerhouses, it's just hard for it to compete.
I mean, you can play Fortnite on it and Rocket League and stuff. I mean, it's not that hard. There's some pretty good Fortnite players, bro. You'd be surprised. It's crazy.
I'm not saying anything. Like, it's got a following for a reason. It's just not my type of.
You got to think though. It has.
For,
You got to think it has Mario and all those other kind of games too. Though you got to think.
but so does the
those.
DS, dude. So does the
Yeah,
DS.
but the DS is outdated though. It's so old. No one uses that no more. But the thing with the Switch is though, you can also hook it up to a TV and you can also play like 4 players. So I mean, if you're on a function with the homies, you can just like throw it up on a TV and
It
get off and
has
play
Mario
Mario
Party.
Kart.
It has Mario Party. I think that's enough to drive it up a tier.
Yeah, I think we put a B, honestly, in front of the Xbox.
I'd say middle B in front of the Xbox One,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Put it in between those ones.
and then put the Wii U in C tier.
Yeah, to
and
make
the
some-
original Xbox.
Yeah, it's
The
valid.
The bottom 3 of B tier, I don't see them as B tier.
Look, you want to put Wii U at the D tier, honestly.
Yeah, I
I got no problem
did
with
not
that.
like the Wii. The
Let's
Wii
put
U.
let's put the NES as well at C tier. I feel like and PlayStation 1. What do y'all think? I feel like PlayStation 1 can
Yeah.
go C tier as well.
I would put the PS4 in B tier as well,
PS4, yeah, it's valid. PS4's not that good.
and then probably the DS in A tier.
What you think, Alfred? I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with the
the
DS,
DS,
and A
yeah.
tier. Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
NES, B tier.
I don't know. I feel like we might get some hate on that one for the Super Nintendo,
Honestly, I feel like we should keep this A tier back at A tier. Honestly.
the PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this
'cause-
looks better. Honestly.
Okay, here's my question though. Do we think the PS4 is in the same league as the PS3 though?
Yeah.
Okay.
at the time, yeah. Like, well, they're-
Honestly, I could honestly say PS3 is
releases.
better than PS4. Honestly, kind of has more games. Better games.
That's what I'm saying.
Better games,
and
but
their-
PS4 does
and
have
the
a bunch more
PS3
exclusives.
was the last PlayStation that had multiplayer for just free. You just got live for free.
That's valid.
PS Network was free.
PS3 users are paying for it, like PS4 or whatever.
And the same thing with the Xbox
Xbox.
One. It doesn't have the you insert the disc and it instantly starts playing.
But 360, you had to pay for gold. It's kind of stupid.
I think you overlooked that with the 360 just because it's, the 360.
All right, how are we feeling about the tier list? Any range anymore, or just keep it how it is?
Yeah, PS4 being on the bottom of A tier, I'm fine with. I think it's on the line between B and A. High B, low A.
yeah, I'm
In
liking
between
this
the
list.
middle? Put in between the middle?
Yeah. Yeah, probably. It's
Y'all
hard
make
to
any
say
more
because-
adjustments?
That's looking good.
Just keep it how it is then?
I think so. Yeah.
But do we have too many in S tier?
Nah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Nah, I don't think so. I think all
feel
these
like-
games on S
Like
tier.
I'm looking at S tier and I couldn't live with myself if I put any of them lower.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, all these are S tier consoles for a reason. And we have variety of it in every other category. I feel like S tier is good.
Yeah, we have 3 Nintendos, 1 Xbox, which I do think
Two-
the
and
Xbox
two
360
please.
was the only superb. I think the Xbox 360 was the only time
S tier
the
console.
Xbox was better than.
PlayStation.
I think the Xbox was the only time it was better than PlayStation was with the 360.
Yeah, I'd agree with you on that. And we're Xbox users too. That's the funny part. Well,
Yeah,
I used to be.
We're
We came from Xbox.
I'm diehard with Xbox, but I would if I didn't play on Xbox growing up my whole life, I would have chosen the PlayStation.
For real. Shouts out to
I
Xbox
find
though.
the-
All these good memories and stuff. All these good games.
Yeah, like the DualShock. You can't tell me that the DualShock controller is better than the Xbox controller.
Nah, definitely not. It's too small of a controller. I hate that.
The PS5's DualShock is probably my favorite controller.
Yeah,
that's
the
ever
DualShock
been
5 is
made.
beast. It's perfect size
the-
controller. I would say the
it's big
thumbsticks are a little
enough.
high.
Yeah, but I kind of like it that way because my thumbs are a little bit bigger. As a guy with big hands, that's kind of the only reason I played Xbox.
That's why I like the Xbox layout, because the thumbstick to button ratio was wasn't stretching your thumb out, so it didn't hurt that bad.
That is true, but the new DualShock it's probably my favorite controller that's ever been made.
For real. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the tier list. I sure did enjoy making this one. Alfred, Squid, you got anything to say to wrap it up?
Nope.
PS2 all the way, dude. It's hard to beat that.
Honestly, I feel like the Wii's better, but that's not my opinion.
Well, the Wii just has the
that's crazy.
You can't tell me that the starting sound of the PS2
That's
doesn't
so
just
valid.
like
I can't even
that
do it, but-
alone that's it at the
That's valid. You sold me. That's valid. You sold me.
like as a kid booting it up and hearing that whatever it is, I think is a piano. You can't get higher than that when
I
it
don't
comes
know.
to
It's just
childhood gaming.
That's like peak sound effects. Like, I don't even know. You can't even replicate it. I don't know how to explain it. It's just otherworldly sound
It's
almost.
like if you know, you know.
Exactly.
And the GameCube, it's the fucking GameCube.
This new generation will never understand the PS2 sound effects.
They would never understand like how significant these consoles were.
For real.
It'd be like,
Thanks.
where's PC? Where would a hypothetical PC go up on this list?
S tier for sure.
Yeah, because
PC
once
can
you
do
have the
anything.
game, yeah, the PC can do everything.
It's not better than what the consoles can do, but yeah,
It's not. It can't create the same memories that the consoles did as a
that's
kid.
valid. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If y'all did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't agree with the tier list, let me know what we should have changed in the comments. Peace.
All the comments are just gonna